All right, that would pretty much describe to you what a horror movie is nowadays. Nowadays, by the way. This is the Cutting Edge Review, and I am your reviewer. And today I'm doing a video talking about Hollywood needs to stop making horror movies. The reason I entitled that because of movies like Annabelle, Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones, for instance. Horror movies of today are just relying on scares where you see maybe a little hand coming over here, maybe a little hit, a face popping out through here, coming out to the couch or something, or through your microwave oven or something. But the movies they're doing nowadays remind me. I want to spend money on movies, but I don't want to go see something like that though. I want to. If I'm going to spend $12 on a movie, I want to go see something that's worth watching. That's going to be worth my time. Even sitting through these. I mean, I could pretty much go see Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones, if it was re-released again one more time, so we could die looking at that movie and pretty much chop it up into pieces. These movies, I want to talk about these movies in particular. I want to talk about Annabelle. I want to talk about Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones. I want to talk about Oculus, Deliver Us from Evil, something called Jezebel. These movies, people, stop making movies like this. They're not working. If those of you have seen your movies and you feel like you're wondering, what did I just saw? What did I just see right now? I just spent $12 on this garbage. I want my money back. It's like if I went to a yard sale. You guys ever see those yard sales you have in your neighborhood sometimes? That have like you have your Blu-rays, you have your CDs, you have your old stuff, right? And then you have your DVD collection. And you'll probably see Oculus, you'll probably see Annabelle, you'll probably see Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones for 25 cents. I wouldn't even buy them for 25 cents. Maybe they were like 10 cents or something you'd get in the mail for free. Like just say if I got I could see these movies in a cereal box. I just say Cheerios comes with Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones, and that's how I regard these movies. The plots are terrible. The actors, I don't even know. It's like you look at the actor like, I don't know you. Do I know you? Oh, okay, wait, I don't know him. And the acting is just horrible. It's horrendous. You know, like if I was Simon Cowell and I went out and did a review about Oculus, I would probably sound like this. Well, I think that movie was quite horrendous. I'd rather watch a seminar about how to get rich than watch Paranormal Activity, the Dark Ones. I just have no words for that. That movie it made me. I probably visit the bathroom a whole lot more than I would if I went to go see some other movie, just to try to avoid it. My word, this movie's horrible, and not in a good way. You know, it makes you wonder. Like you're sitting in the movie theater. Say you're watching Annabelle. You're watching this movie. You're waiting for something to happen, and oh wait, it kind of scared me a little bit. Maybe next time. Actually, I mean, what happens? They have like a little build-up segment where you see like a little hand, a little eye popping out, a little hint, like a little spoiler. Okay, wait, that's your apparition, and eventually you're actually going to see him at the end of the movie, and that's what I'm talking about. A lot of these movies rely on that, and it's not working. At least those of you out there that don't like these movies, I totally sympathize with you. I really think I totally sympathize with you guys. Suck. You know, these movies just keep coming though. I mean, you got a movie like Deliver Us from Evil with Christian Bale, the guy that likes to yell at everybody, who thinks he's the best actor in the world. Honestly, I think Christian Bale's a great actor, but why he came on this, I have no clue. I guess maybe dollar signs, some money in your hand might actually be the reason why. And outside of that, I mean that's the only movie I know this year that actually had a big name actor who came on such films. Oh, by the way, that movie Exodus is awesome, and The Dark Knight or something like that. And reason why he's on there, I have no clue. So it makes you wonder. It makes you think about in your head. what is Christian Bale doing on the movie? By the way, this movie's boring. It's not good. It's not horrible in a good way. In the good sense, we want to see that happen. We want to get. It's like we want to get scared. I think the 80s and the 90s started to go a little downhill from it, but it was kind of still good. And now right here, it's been 20 years. They still have these kind of movies coming out, and it's like a money making machine that keeps going. People trying to cash in on the popularity. Wait, hold on, little 15 minutes of fame of this movie, and then maybe we'll go make another one. How's that? We'll make the same. We'll make the Ring over and over again, but we'll just call it something different, like The Lady in the Water or something like that. Or actually, we'll make. You guys remember the Blair Witch Project, by the way? Probably the absolute worst horror movie or movie of all time. And I've seen it at a library in videotape still, because I don't think anybody with any sense, they want to spend money on something would not reproduce this movie on DVD. And it was basically a movie about some friends. They record their trip. They're in the woods, right? And all of a sudden, a little buildup starts happening. You see a girl with trying to be scary or just trying to be afraid with a flashlight, and you saw a little booger dripping off of her nostrils, and and it's just moments like that you ask yourself, did I actually go pay to go see that? By the way, I didn't go see that. I saw it on videotape. I watched it over and over again, trying to like it, and it just didn't work. I couldn't like it. I saw The Ring 2, by the way, with Sarah Michelle Gellar. I actually liked that, but I saw it once. That was it. But ever since then, it's like we've had. You guys see Blair Witch 2? Remember, it's called The Blair Witch. So that means there's some kind of storyline about a witch. And ever since then, we've had movies about a lady that happens to have drowned or drowned herself or drowned her children, and she happens to be covered in all this goo and stuff with her hair going in her face, trying to scare people, and every time you see her, either you die or somebody a couple days later dies, or you get a phone call. That kind of stuff. You get a phone call, and then a couple days later, a day later, you're dead. I mean, it's like the same idea over and over again. It just doesn't. There's no originality anymore. That's why I love the movies from the 80s, even though the 80s was a lot of cheesy stuff going on. But who cares? These movies were actually good. These were not. And then you have Blair Witch 2 talking about the actual witch that you didn't actually see in the movie at the end of the Blair Witch Project, and it kind of gave you like a little reminder of what was going to be coming. And this is 2015, and we still got this garbage going. Ooh, and another thing for children out there, I mean, they got movies about scary children. Now they're starting to make movies about scary dolls. I seen a movie called Dolls. That movie was actually a little bit entertaining, but this movie, Annabelle, was not. And you got movies about scary children. I mean, they're children, for crying out loud. How is a child going to be scary? How am I going to spend $15 to go see a bunch of children scare people? And the only time a child is actually scary when they don't get what they want. They don't get, like, just say when they didn't get what they want for Christmas. You're really pissed off about it. That's when a child's really actually scary. But it makes you wonder what are directors and writers thinking about when they did this. It usually focuses around children that are creepy. Like Silent Hill. I mean, you got a lot of ghost stories like that. Actually, I kind of like Silent Hill, the first one, a little bit, but then I didn't actually see Silent Hill 2 because I heard it was just so bad. And I don't even go by what people say. If I watch a movie and I want to see it, I watch it myself. Figure out if I like it or not. But these movies, just an overabundance of crap, of garbage, of doggy poop, and it just keeps coming. You got movies like Oculus, you got a Ouija board, whatever you want to call it, Ouija board style. And these movies, they get a bunch of no-name actors. Like, just say if I went, and I'm in college, by the way, guys, and I went to I went to go grab a bunch of my best friends and record a movie on with a camcorder, and they have no knowledge of acting. And let's make a movie about it. Let's go grab a Ouija board and pretend, And these ideas that they're trying to come up with are just not. They're not original. They're not gonna make. They might make people think actually if you play the Ouija board, you don't want to do that, but it might make people wonder. Okay, I'm not gonna spend $15 to go see a movie like that. I mean, I'm gonna spend $15 to go see something like The Lord of the Rings or something like the New Hobbit movie. That's worth watching. Even though I'm not a really big fan of the Hobbit movies, I'm more of a Lord of the Rings guy. But the Five Armies movie, that movie's actually good, by the way. And I'm not going to spend money on that. And then you just keep having these overabundance of movies about scary women that are from the well, and then you have scary children too. I mean, I seen a couple movies in the '80s that, like this movie called The Brood. That movie, I was a little boy, by the way. It scared the living hell out of me. That movie was scary. These movies are not. If you wanna make Hollywood, stop making horror movies. Stop making ghost stories. Stop making movies about ladies for some reason. They got like a fetish going there or something with that stuff. And then stop making movies about little children because it's actually going to scare children. You guys want to scare children? You're definitely going to do it doing that if you keep doing that. All that stuff is just like nonsense. It's not good. What directors made these movies, they wrote it. I think I'm going to cash in on this movie on Insidious. I think that sounds like a good idea. The Grudge or something like that, the Ring or something like that, and then just keep making that idea over and over and over and over and over. It's getting old. People, stop making them. They're not good. The actors are horrible. The plots are horrible. The special effects sometimes are not even good. It's just really bad CGI. It's just like if I went and try to make a. You ever see those movies, those animation movies with like Shrek or something? That's what it looks like. It's terrible stuff. I mean, and horror movies. You want to be scared. You want to be horrified. You want to see something like Halloween or something like that. Something like Ghost Story, something like that. Something like The Exorcist or something. By the way, I don't watch that movie anymore, but that movie's scared. It's probably the scariest movie of all time. And I don't want to go. Every time I look on the television, I keep seeing these crap horror movies that I don't want to go see. They don't inspire me to go see them. And those of you, it makes you wonder. You spending your hard-earned money to go see this crap. And I just want to say out there right now, those of you that have spent your money. I'm sorry. That's a lot of money. Can you imagine? They're. Oh, I think I'll take my girlfriend to go see this. Like, they're thinking in their head like that. Oh, wait, well, hold on. I'll go with my friends to go see this. And they go see it, and what happens is they're like bored deaf. They're busy in the bathroom while they're go playing some video games or texting people. There's like no redeeming value about the movies, and they just keep making them. And that's why I wanted to do this video. And by the way, this is the Cutting Edge Review, and I want to just say something. I don't cuss on the air because I'm a Christian, all right? But I just want to say something though, that these movies, I'll watch a horror movie if it's good, if it's original, or at least if it's done well. Right out loud. Maybe it's not original, but at least if it's done well, I might actually go see something like they make another John Carpenter's The Thing or something like that, another Aliens with Sigourney Weaver or something like that. And I don't want to go see stuff like this. This kind of movies make me wonder where are movies headed, and they're not heading in a good direction, by the way. And these are my picks: Oculus, Annabelle, Deliver Us from Evil, Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones that these mentions right now that are like just the worst year for horror movies. It has not been a good year. I mean, I'm almost afraid to go to the next year and there's going to be a horror movie that's going to come out that's actually going to scare people, that's going to knock people's sock off with its originality, that's actually going to have some actors in it that actually can act. And this is the Cutting Edge Review, and I am your reviewer.